All right, we are live after numerous technical failures on new Wi-Fi. OES got out to a quick 4-0 lead on a pair of Grace Bourbon buckets. The first right-hand contested layup, the second a deep two-point shot, but then it was countered by a Zoe Zarowski 3. How will OES be able to slow down Zoe Zarowski and the number 1 seeded Riverdale Mavericks? I'm Colin Bock, joined by Sophie Chen, and we've got a great game for us today.
Hi, Colin. Thanks for giving us a little bit of intro to the game. So, on Thursday, OES beat De La Salle North handily, I'd say. And now they're here for their first league final in history and a potential chance to up their standing at the state tournament. We've got Harper Hummelt here tonight to give us a few words of wisdom on her sports experience and the season. So, Harper, how do you think this night's going to go?
Well, we've lost to Riverdale in the past, both times we played them. So I think it is hard to beat a team 3 times. In soccer, we ended up doing it for the state championship. We beat Catlin 3 times, but it was 1-0, so a very close game. So I think this basketball game could go in a similar way.
Colin, who would you say are strong on both Riverdale and OES?
Like each player, I'd say for OES, really, it's more of a unified effort. Like I think that the 3-headed monster in the backcourt of Lowell, Hahn, and Bourbon is going to be something that gives the Mavericks fits, and I think Zoe Zarowski really for Riverdale is going to be a tough assignment for whoever has to guard her. I think that in this scenario, I'm going to have Hahn on her because I think Hahn is probably has the most length on defense, and she's also probably the fastest, so I would have her on her. As fast break has been the nature of this game, OES slows it down.
Some great steals thus far from both teams. Oh, just barely missed.
That's the second straight traveling call going in. The first one was on Bourbon after she split the pair.
I gotta say, Colin, I gotta chime in on best player for OES. I think Grace Bourbon, our other sophomore, she's a very good hustle player. She works super hard on defense, and she's like the one on the team always getting those fast breaks for us. So shout out to both of our sophomores, Lauren Hahn and Grace Bourbon.
To Grace Bourbon herself, to Wiley Wilmot, our only freshman, who's been getting a ton of minutes this season.
Yeah, not even our only freshman.
Oh, a lucky basket for Riverdale.
Lauren Hahn just did her very best. She got vertical, and she contested the shot beautifully. That's going to be a key to the game going forward. Lowell gets her scoring going as she gets the right-handed floater on the baseline and almost get a steal, and they're going to give this one back to the Mavericks. Sine comes in for the Mavericks, 6th man. She was second in this team on scoring the first time that OES and the Mavericks faced off with 8 points. Zarowski takes the ball at midcourt in the middle of that huge Woodrow Wilson logo. And they had all of OES fooled. It's rebounded by Sine, and it's taken back by Lowell behind the back. Lowell darts forward, full head of steam. The lefty no look, intercepted by Sine, and then taken back by Lowell. Lowell fires from the right elbow. Wilmot unable to convert on the inside shot. It's back into the hands of Riverdale. Bourbon almost had the pickpocket, and Harper, as you mentioned, Bourbon has been an incredible hustle player for the Aardvarks this year. If they had an all-defensive team for league, I would certainly put Bourbon on it. She's really hustled her butt off. Holtzman gathers, and a hard hit on Lowell. Good thing she's wearing that helmet. Bourbon thought she might have been fouled there, and it's instead taken back by Zarowski. Zarowski will do it herself with the left. And they were doing warm-ups about half an hour ago. Zarowski was the only one I saw making those left-handed layups consistently. The key to a good player especially as you get older, is to be able to use both hands. And Zaraski's a tough ask because she's able to use both hands really well. Here comes Sine. She threw that one up with both, and Zaraski gets the feed and gets the putback.
Wilmot down the field to Lowell.
That's a tough shot.
Woo! Grace Corbin with the miss for Rachel Holzman, is there for the rebound. The score is 11-8 for OES. Or no, who's guest and who's visitor? Who's guest and who's visitor?
Oh, we're guests. For the record, for those of you who need clarification, our score is going to be on guests. Trojans is going to be the Mavericks of Riverdale, their score. So right now it's 11-8 in favor of Riverdale. Zoe Zaraski has been carrying early for Riverdale. It's a breath of fresh air. It's number 32 for Riverdale takes it. Maddie Reynolds into the game, and she's hacked early. Maddie Reynolds, wearing the left knee brace, suffered from an MCL sprain earlier in the season. Did not slow down her season whatsoever, as obviously she's here in the league championship game. Lowell will inbound with the full court pressure. She has two very good options with Hahn and Bourbon, and she eventually goes with Hahn. Lowell behind the back. Lowell has become the true point guard for this team, I would say. Although all three guards are capable of carrying the facilitating load as Simran Jahudi gets a three going. And as you can tell by this crowd reaction, the Aardvarks definitely have basically the equivalence of a home court advantage, if not more than usual. Alma Naya will get into the game. Alma offers some grit for this team that not every player has. She's not afraid to drive inside, and she's not afraid to challenge any shot defensively. She's not afraid of contact, and she has at least one hit to the face, fall to the ground every game.
Got a diverse group of fans out here tonight with people coming to support from all over Portland. Lowell to Wiley.
They get it back to Lowell at the right elbow. Nye thought about the three, accelerates, fires it off of Reynolds' head, and a foul is called. This one's going to be on Nye. She gets a foul a minute into her playing time. And Ava Castellino will replace Maddie Reynolds after an early foul. Ava Castellino provides some great rebounding and interior depth. Cross-court pass from Zaraski to break the press. The three is blocked in the air by Jahudi. Jahudi, as was mentioned, I believe, by Reynolds, gets a ton of blocks. Actually, Maddie Reynolds, when I talked to her in English class, said Simran Jahudi was probably their second best shot blocker, behind Ava Castellino, of course. And Ava Castellino is 6'1". Simran is no taller than maybe 5'6". Hahn gets the tough to right reverse, and she gets it to fall.
Very versatile player in Hahn. Has that ability to lay up from either direction. And that'll be another two for Zaraski, who's quickly racking them up. Oh, and a big steal from Sene, leading to her making the 2 points.
Sene picked OES's pocket and was able to finish with an uncontested righty layup. Let's see what OES can do now. So they break the press. Hahn with a wide open shot, and she sinks it. OES really cashing in on a ton of jumpers. Nye unable to finish. Nye is, I would say, more regarded for her defense. So you can live with that.
20 seconds left in the first quarter. It's tied 15-15 as Rachel. Oh, and Riverdale comes out with it.
Questionable call right there. I think OES went fully vertical on the shot contest. Sine was actually able to sell that a little bit, and she's now going to the line for 2 shots. See how free throw shooting factors into this game. Brick. She bricks the first free throw. Riverdale hoping they can at least split a pair in this high-scoring first quarter. This is the championship. She gets that one and splits the pair. And OES bringing Maddie Reynolds back into the game. Bourbon gets it inside to Lowell, who faces a double team. Bourbon gets by, had the pass to Reynolds, instead floats one up with the left, and I think that's a very questionable call. That's the third time. That's the third time that Han has been called for travel going in right there. She has not traveled a single time on any of those, and if anything has been fouled, I call BS on that one.
I want to give a shout out to my advisor who's keeping score and possession on the clock over there, Joel Gray, and Ryan Holland, our leader of this advisory, is keeping stats as well.
As we wrap up the end of the quarter, the score is 16-15 in Riverdale's favor. So, how would you say the first quarter has gone for OES?
I'd say it could have been quite a bit better. I think they turned the ball over a lot. I think part of it's just settling in. I mean, they're already going to the state competition, so there may be less pressure, although they're really fighting for their seeding at this point. I think finding the right inbounds pass when faced with the fast break is critical because a lot of the turnovers are coming from misjudgments on inbounds. But I think once they sort out those early miscues, I think they'll be able to get into their bag a little bit. And slowing down Zaraski. This could be a double team. This could be sagging off of other people on the perimeter, like what we saw the Blazers do with Draymond Green of the Warriors. Maybe implementing something like that to slow down Zaraski and giving her a double team, because that'll really test her and it'll give OES the best chance defensively.
I find that basketball is a game of star players, and honestly, whichever team can utilize their star players to the best advantage will come out with the win tonight.
See, I'd like to think that, but I mean, like, when you have depth like OES has, like, Riverdale doesn't really have a ton of depth. They've got Zaraski, and they have Sine coming off the bench as the sixth man. And then that's really kind of it. With OES, they've got a full loaded roster, if you will. As we get set to start the second quarter, Zaraski, with the ball in her hand, will initiate the offense for the Mavs. Reynolds playing the center for OES here. And that's a three right out the gate for the Mavericks. And OES finally gets that foul call. But, you know, if the refs made those calls on Han going inside, I think that OES would really be in this game anymore.
Rachel Lowell with great composure, bringing the ball up. Got Simran instant offense Jehudi on the left.
I love that nickname.
It is. We're getting better with our nicknames, Colin. We've just got to expand our repertoire.
Oh, did we make that nickname?
I believe it was Jonah Song.
Oh. I mean, she does provide a lot of that instant offense. Let's see what she can get right here. One of the premier shot creators for this team. She can, well, shoot from anywhere.
Nearly sank it.
Yeah, she almost hit that one. That would have been big. OES down by 4 right now. The Mavericks, led by Zaraski's pull-up, are up by about 6 points right now. OES needs to get a three, or at least just get a quality look right here. Wilmot bobbled that one. They got to get the ball up. They do. Lowell fires that one to the corner, and Jehudi's unable to save that one. OES digging itself a bit of a hole right now, thanks to some turnovers, but I'm sure they'll be able to adjust. Jehudi gathers the rebound. Taken by Lowell. Midcourt. Han fires the elbow three. Rims out. Jehudi, second chance, dishes to Lowell. Air ball's out to the right side, and it'll go back to Riverdale.
Handy for OES to have such great rebounders. They can kind of catch the misses and try again.
And they just do get it inside to Zaraski as OES still not doubling her yet. OES going with man, I believe, right now. And they left her wide open, and she sinks the open three. Brad, not happy.
I haven't seen someone shoot with that kind of accuracy on any high school team. Very impressive thus far. That'll be 24-15 during the timeout. What say you of our fan base up here in the bleachers, Colin?
I think we've definitely got a better turnout than we usually do at our home games. I think part of it's, the parents who are more inclined to come and support. And it's also just students knowing the stakes of this game, wanting to support their team.
Yeah.
I mean,
didn't
really
see
it's simple as that.
Intended light blue out tonight, but
Not quite.
the turnout's here.
Wilmot will inbound to try and get it to one of the two guards on the floor right now. Hahn breaks through the double team. Wilmot, left elbow, guarded by Zaraski, crosses her up. Instead, goes back to Zaraski with the lefty finish, not unable to. Roll through the middle. Jumping past to Hahn, thought she was fouled, unable to get it to go. And the rebound is gathered by Hahn. Aardvarks down by 9. Need to get something going with their offense here. Reynolds fires baseline jumper, and it looks like Holtzman was fouled on the shot right there. Riverdale with a nice layup extends its lead to 11. She had Hahn at the elbow for a potential three-point attempt. I think it's finding the right passes. She got to shoot it now. Unable to connect. Taken instead by Riverdale. Top of the key. Straight away, unable to connect, as Zaraski is able to stuff the stat sheet and get the rebound.
Riverdale's mainly been taking their chances off the outside of the three-point line and on those quick breakaways, not really working it around, trying to set up an offense, whereas OES is really taking their time, getting their good shots off.
Inside pass by Holtzman is deflected. Instead, goes back to guess who. She takes it on the right side. As Coach Pratt pointed out to me earlier in the game, Zaraski likes to go to her left. As the Mavericks call a timeout, up 11 with a little over 3.5 minutes to go in this half. Wondering if we're...
Wait, I'll just like call. Wait, is it on mute?
No. But they're about to start.
Sophie, will you do camera? Wait, just hold it.
I'll let Harper.
Want me to do camera?
Goes in for Riverdale, up 14 now.
Why was
And OES getting smacked right now by 14. Uncharacteristic defensive meltdown here for the Aardvarks.
a nice steal by sophomore Grace Borbin. Looks to Rachel Lowell to shoot that three, but drives and makes that swish of a two-pointer. Riverdale inbounds the ball. Zaraski, star player, brings the ball up the court. She looks like she has some options, but Grace Borbin's doing some tight defense. The Aardvarks are doing some type of zone with a lot of sliding and double teaming. Seems to be working well. They're flustering the other. A 2-3 zone with like a lot of sliding.
Hey, we'll take that travel right there, though.
We will take that travel.
They were angling for the jump ball, but they were able to draw the travel, which is a dub in my opinion.
All right, Wiley Wilmot bounds the ball to Grace Borbin. Drives to the left, crosses back to the middle. Rachel Lowell's open up at the point.
So we're calling Simran instant offense, but right now Rachel Lowell is our instant offense as she's able to score and create offense from anywhere, really. As she gets the baseline jumper.
Just a little far.
Over the mark.
Badass with the ball.
Number 23 for Riverdale drives all the way down to the middle of the paint and is fouled, and she'll go to the line. Nope, they'll inbound it from below.
We need some crowd life right here for the Aardvarks. Aardvarks really been missing a home crowd all season. So let's face it, the gym has been overrun with opposing fans, but right here today, the fans are showing out. We got to get loud, people. Get loud.
I'd say specifically we need some more student fans. I see a lot of parents out there, which is great. Come support your children, come support the school, but we need some school spirit from our own students.
Yeah, we've got full President's Day weekend. Extra
Yeah,
time.
3-day weekend, guys, come on.
Oh yeah, slowing this one down. They're trying to get a real quality shot right here with 2 minutes left till the break. Reynolds screaming high post. The Aardvarks, let's see if they can catch on. Lowell regathers and surveys. She has Zaraski pressed on her. Gets it to Simran, corner. Contested look and she sinks it. Got to bring out the Archer. You know, Wesley Matthews Archer celebration. Let's get it going.
Riverdale tries throwing up, bounces off the rim, and Rachel Lowell's there to rebound it. Has to adjust her headband, but she's there. She's got it. She drives, looks way across the Simran instant offense. Oh, and just over. Nice rebound by Grace Borbin, who looks back up top to settle it with Rachel Lowell. Rachel goes off the pick from other Rachel.
Pick and roll.
Pick and roll. Oh, down. Rachel
didn't really
Holzman's
get the
in the
ball.
paint, back to Simran. And it's a swish!
Second three in like a minute.
That was a two.
Oh, well, still a sexy jumper.
Sophie's still learning the points in basketball, but we'll get her there.
So I like to think of basketball as a game of runs, right? Like everybody has their quarter, everybody has their sequence. OES now, I believe, is on a 8-0 run. Let's see if their defense can hold right here. As Sine doesn't fire, but Castellino can't contain the rebound. Zaraski pulls up on a double team three. Taken back by Holtzman. Lowell goes behind the back. Lowell was open on the left corner. Borbin did not look at the left corner where Lowell was wide open. OES crowd now with life. Coach Pratt, game ball touch. And now inside to Lowell. Gets it over to Jehudi. Back to Lowell.
6, 5, 4.
Crowd counting down.
And Grace shoots it up and she scores! The crowd's going wild! I think that's Corbin's second buzzer point. Last game she had one in I believe the third quarter. And this game she has one.
With the and one mixtapes.
Aardvarks are only trailing by 5. This could be a comeback season.
Don't call it a comeback, Sophie.
What would you like me to call it?
I don't know.
That looks like a comeback to me.
We got to call it a league championship. As it's halftime, and we'll see you guys in about 5-10 minutes. And we ball. OES, after trailing by 14, went on an 8-0 run to pull it to within 4. Riverdale fans are silent as OES fans, well, they're not silent. This is like the first true home court advantage for the Aardvarks all year, I would say. And boy, is this a good game. And that one should have been a foul. That one should have been a foul. And they called the jump ball. Fitzhenry letting him have it from the sides. These refs are making consistent errors in the calls, I feel. And I'm not saying that just to nag. I'm saying because they called 3 travels on Han that were really questionable. And then that right there, you could hear her. She was slashed on the arm. Questionable calls, in my opinion, have been made tonight, as they lead to Riverdale scores every time.
Would you say the score line reflects the play thus far?
Yes. It's been a bunch of runs. OES started strong. And I think they made the right call there for once. I think they made the right call with that one because she definitely stepped out of bounds. I could see it clear from up here. But I think the refs are preventing OES from being closer in this one. And no disrespect to the refs, I just think that there have been a few calls that could have gone either way or really should have gone OES's way that haven't been made. But, you know, it's a hard job. I ref kids' soccer games, so I know what it's like. So I can't be mad. Plus, we're already in state competition. So, I mean, result here would only impact the seeding.
Grace Bourbon to Wilmot. Straight to the paint for Rachel Lowell, who barely misses. Stolen back by Zoe Zaraski, Riverdale's toughest player. And the score is 31-25 for Riverdale. Rachel Lowell will inbound it for the Aardvarks.
I gotta go 94 feet for this one. Lowell goes behind the back, hard fall, and they get the foul call this time. That one was so blatant they had to call it.
With Riverdale being number 1 ranked in league and OES number 2, it's fitting that both of them made it to the league final.
Rock chalk, baby.
Yeah.
I mean,
Seeding doesn't lie.
The expression really is rock chalk Jayhawk, but Duke lost to Kansas last year, so I'm kind of mad. Wilmot sinks the 5-footer, and now it's Riverdale coming the other way. Alex Bullard says, "We playing for that banner, baby." Yes, we are. Lowell got him with the Paul Pierce pump fake right there. That one taken, though, by Riverdale. 1-on-2. Let's see if she can capitalize. Han tried to draw the charge, instead creates a new possession for the Aardvarks. And once again, they'll have to go all 94 feet to get this one. Inside to Wilmot. She swarms by 3 and finally gets the foul call. I've been waiting for it. Lowell fights for that loose ball. This is inside to Wilmot, able to avoid the jump ball. Or not jump ball, but tie up in this case, because they don't really jump for it. And Holtzman forces the jump ball there.
OES still trailing by 4 with 5 left in the third quarter. Shout out to Alex Bullard, since you asked.
Shout out to everyone, really.
Shout out to everyone ever.
This is my last basketball game here at OES. Well, not at OES, because we're not at OES, but my last OES basketball game. What?
I don't know about that.
I wish. These calls are so controversial. Head of lower school, David Lowell, who's usually boasts a calm demeanor, is upset.
He wasn't calm when he was chewing you out in the principal's office in 5th grade, was he?
Oh, he never chewed me out. I never got that far. I was a bad kid at some points, but I was never that bad. You know, everybody has the occasional, like, cuts the wrong piece of paper or eats the wrong kid's apple, you know what I'm saying? But I never had, like, those moments where I severely threatened the well-being of the school.
Fair enough. Very respectable of you. Stay calm.
Gotta be respectable people. Stolen by the Aardvarks. This one's up to Han.
Rachel Lowell barely gets a hand on that one.
Lowell with the pull-up. High arcing one. Airballs that one. The entire crowd is letting the ref know who should have this ball. So we have 24 viewers right now. We'd like to give a shout out to all 24 of you.
Colin, would you say that basketball is your favorite season to broadcast?
Oh, absolutely. It's just a fun sport. It's my favorite sport. It's my favorite sport to watch. It's my favorite sport to keep track of. I just really enjoy watching two teams that can win on any given night. Because basketball, I feel, is like the one sport where people can win on any given night. The fans are booing these refs out of the stadium, basically. So the score right now is 31 to 27 in favor of Riverdale. Damian Lillard did not win the three-point contest. That was Joe Harris. And a jump ball is called. I think that one goes to OES. I've been waiting all night to bring out my signature line here. Let's see if I can. Simran passes up on the shot instead. Borbin has a floater. Awkward looking, rebounded by Zaraski. Hahn with the great defense. Gets it going for the Aardvarks. Lowell takes it at the corner. Had the shot. Breaks through the defense, unable to finish. Yes, Jenny Cleveland, we need those positive vibes. (34-27) in favor of the Mavericks as they have another inbounds play right here. Wiley Wilmot with the fake. Borbin. The grit and grind to get it back. Everybody's getting involved here. Timeout by the Aardvarks. "30-second timeout. We'll be right back." OES comes out of the timeout trailing by 7 to Riverdale. And we're going to give this one back to Riverdale. OES chants coming out now in full force. And they subside as Borbin grabs the rebound, racing down the right. Adjusts her footing. Righty layup, unable to go. Reynolds, the putback, unable to go. Still no call. The refs have been very meticulous about their travel calls right here.
Colin, you played in the senior faculty basketball game, correct?
I did. Very briefly. We had to spread the wealth, though.
How did that go?
Well, I mean, I think it went pretty well. I had like 2 blocks, 2 assists. Didn't really score, but I mean, drove right through some teachers. Not by Todd, but I did have 2 blocks. Todd was kind of a brick wall on me that whole time, but I mean, nonetheless, I was able to drive by most of the teachers. And I was able to get 2 blocks in there. That is not cap. I got 2 blocks.
Very impressive, Colin. Really enjoyed watching you play, as well as all the other seniors in that great competition that was very financially driven.
Yes, it was very financially driven, a true OES event, if you will. OES very financially driven in their multiple pursuits, this time for a good cause. Rather than some, I don't know, wine tasting.
What are you talking about, Colin? No one's wine tasting at OES.
I mean the parents. I don't know. I can't really speak for myself on this one. Lowell puts that headband back on, and she's getting ready to come back out.
Say, Colin. You can see the Catlin boys team pulling up for their final. Are you going to stick around?
No. OES is not playing in that one. Sine fires an awkward-looking, low-arcing 3, and it's taken by Lowell with 33 seconds remaining. I'd slow down and take the last shot here. Ten seconds left in this quarter. 5 seconds, got to get something. Lowell is pushed into her own bench. Oh yes, with 3.5 seconds remaining, we'll try and get the last shot here. Pulled within 2 possessions. Hahn with the runner. No good. And we go to the 4th quarter. OES trails Riverdale 27-34. That popcorn looks so good right there. Not gonna lie. I mean, I'm kind of a popcorn fan, but I mean, seeing it come by like at every single dead ball, it's just kind of, I don't know. I know I can't have any, but oh, I want some so bad.
Poor Colin. Life's so hard. It is tough. Working the mic. Eating isn't really an option, unless you wanted to turn into an ASMR video.
That I do not want. Let's just put that out there.
We've been thinking about doing OES Stories ASMR with our various members, and we don't really know if people would like that, but if you do, let us know.
Yeah.
Strike up a conversation with one of your local OES Stories representatives anytime, because we're there. We're looking for your input. We'd love some more people to join. Colin will be leaving next year, leaving a gaping hole in our lineup, so feel free. Check us out. Activity, really any time. And we'd love to have guest interviews on our broadcast, so if you're interested in that, do that as well.
Zaraski just threw that one up there trying to get the call, and she got it, but whenever OES does the same thing, they don't get the call.
Some sketchy business. Is that what you're saying, Colin?
Some sketchy business, some funny business. Ball don't lie, Sophie. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie.
They needed it louder.
Ball don't lie. There, that works.
I was joking. God.
Crowd on their seat. Out of bounds in favor of the Varks. They have a little under 8 minutes left in this game if they want to win it. For seeding, obviously. Lowell from the corner almost had that one. We all thought it was going in. Castellino gets it out to Hahn, and she gets the deep two. The answer is not there. Rebounded by Wiley Wilmot. Fast break. Dishes the no look to Hahn. Tried to throw in a floater, unable to. They try to trap. And the refs may have missed another one.
Early on in the fourth quarter, that'll be a timeout. It's not looking too hot for the Varks. Only trailing by 5 though, so anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
Yeah, like the song.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. You know what I say we go for?
What do we go for?
Going on you with the pick and roll, on and moldy in sicko mode. We got to get it going.
I want to see some sicko mode from Rachel Lowell right now.
Some sicko mode. Right now they're just stargazing, looking for something to happen. The Travis Scott metaphors I could come up with would be never ending, really. From one of the ends of the court to the other of the ends. Got him. They get it back out. They get it back out to Zaraski. Go figure. She's actually been quiet lately in this game. Thought about the deep three. Right floater, and a late foul is called. Ball don't lie. Riverdale in the bonus for the rest of this one. Dude, that's just a testament to the missed calls this game. She splits a pair right there. Wilmot catches the high one. Bourbon thought about the three. Hahn now could have had the three. Cross court to Bourbon. Bourbon is swatted in midair. That one I think is more of a clean block than the others, but oh, it looks like she was out of bounds right there. And they get the foul call this time, yet again. Riverdale just getting so many of the questionable calls in their favor.
I think that regardless of the refereeing, OES needs to step up and make a difference in this game. As they're down 6 points. 7.
Now OES can just hope that she splits up here. Ball don't lie. Bourbon faced with great pressure. They get it up the court with Lowell. Castellino dishes it immediately. Lowell had the right idea, just threw it the wrong way. Zaraski, one-on-one. Isolation, gets it back outside. Now she takes it back on the top of the key. She can hear Wiley Wilmot barking orders to the rest of her defense. Good no call right there. That one hit the top of the backboard and a jump ball. Although it seems like Castellino nestled that one away before the jump ball would have been called, but whatever. Hahn for three. Unlucky bounce. And that one's taken away by Bourbon. And Lowell threw that one away. Jehudi comes back into the game, as does Dene for the Mavericks. And as of right now, Riverdale leads OES 36-29. This timeout has been called by the Aardvarks.
Okay, we're back. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter for the girls of OES versus Riverdale. The competition's been pretty fierce so far, but someone's got to win.
Somebody has got to win. OES got to get something going here. Down by 7 with just under 5 minutes left.
Colin, what happens if the OES team chances to tie it up? Will it go to overtime?
Yes. No, they both lose. No, yeah, it goes to overtime. Zaraski, isolation, gets right by Bourbon. Kicks it to the corner. Awkward looking three.
Not quite gonna happen.
And a loose ball foul in favor of the Aardvarks, I believe. OES will have to go all 94 feet to get this one. Refs will confer.
Nice thing about basketball is the clock can stop, so
Yeah.
It can take time to do.
Don't want to lose 5 minutes for the refs conferring about who should inbound the ball, right? Han and Lowell need to get in sicko mode for this one.
Looking for that instant offense.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Han had the 3. Everybody's passing on the 3. Jehudi takes the 3 and she's got it.
That's hot.
Everybody up. 4-point game. Zaraski misses the lefty layup. There should have been a foul right there, folks. Han gets the foul call this time. Refs finally getting it right. This is an exciting game now. When the refs make the right call, it's a whole nother ball game. The refs will confer to see who fouls on. See, I feel like the players aren't allowed to do that with their feet. Because I remember being told, I think, when I played JV2, I wasn't allowed to do that. But as they get it right back, Wilmot sinks it. OES down by just 1. OES with life. The pressure. And the foul is called. 1-1 for Riverdale now.
Sounds like the earthquake's coming, Colin.
I mean, you can see it on the screen. I'm going to do it. Hold on. Got to get the crowd going. She gets the first of them to go. You can hear everything. Lane violation, it'll go to the Aardvarks. Wouldn't have mattered. Down by 2, let's get some instant offense. Bourbon drives right by Sine. Instant offense, gotta pull it. Oh, over the top. Wilmot gets it back to Han. This is so exciting. And a blocking foul. And another chance here for the Aardvarks. This is so exciting. I'm on the metaphorical edge of my seat. Look at this. Low splits the double with the floater. OES has tied the game. A monumental choke by Riverdale. Gets it outside. They want the 3. Oh, that's pure. That's a brilliant answer. That's a brilliant answer right there by the Riverdale Mavericks. To Wilmot. Get it back to Han, top of the key. She fires. Doesn't get it to go. Wilmot fighting for it. Back to Bourbon. Back to Bourbon. But she gets the ball. Out of bounds ball for the Aardvarks. Jehudi, short on that 3. Bourbon grabs ribbon, and they're going to call it traveling. That is an awful call. That is an awful call. OES fans letting them have it. OES not allowing the inbounds to Zaransky, but they do.
3 minutes left in this league championship game for Lewis and Clark League. Riverdale's looking pretty strong, but so is OES.
Zaransky slices and dices. Tried to get the floater. Sine unable to get it. Maybe a loose ball foul could have been called. And that should be Aardvark ball, and it is. Down by 3 with 2:11 remaining. Now's the time. Oh! And she just wasn't ready to receive that pass. Two minutes left, Zaransky. Zaransky, left elbow. Got it. She got it. OES down by 6. They need the 3, instant offense. She's been cold all game and she misses that one there. The president is unable to get that one to go. Timeout called by the Aardvarks.
We can see De La Salle's boys team getting ready for their match against Catlin Gable, OES's usual rival.
It's not done yet, though. Minute 38. There could still be a monumental choke by Riverdale. Could happen. You never know.
Some stomping coming out of the Riverdale side of the bleachers.
OES needs a good defensive stop right here. Now, if I'm defending an inbounds pass, I don't have anyone on the person throwing it in. I have somebody perusing right there to try and get the steal.
Coach Collins tips for ballin'.
Oh, I'm not a coach, but I mean,
If you were.
in the and one.
Riverdale with another set of points. That was brutal.
This one looks insurmountable. She misses the and one free throw. Somehow able to get it back. Misses the layup. Gets another rebound. Out of bounds, and it'll go to the Aardvarks. 8-point deficit. Riverdale now in the double bonus. Testament to some of the questionable calls. Up to Lowell. Took a chance and it didn't pay off. And now they're going to call a foul, but I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Ball don't lie. Gotta bust it out every time there's a bad call, and unfortunately, it's almost every time. Misses again.
Rim rejected.
Boom. Rachel fakes a pass, gets it to Han. She fouls Sine immediately. It's still possible. She's just got to miss these. Oh, she made it. OES down 10. Need to get a shot going. Wilmot fires a rare three. Taken back by the president. And Zaraski gets through. That should be an offensive foul, but 35 seconds left. It looks like that's the game. Oh well, OES still going to the state tournament. I mean, that's game. There's no need to foul at this point. Gotta be consistent. I criticized De La Salle for doing it. Can't be doing it this time.
What part of Riverdale's points would you say came from free throws?
About half. I mean, maybe not. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but it feels like it. And that one is spiked out of bounds.
18 seconds left in the quarter in the game.
Yeah, 12 points, 18 seconds. I don't think so. She gets the foul call. I say she makes this first one, tries to purposely miss the second one, get the rebound, kick out for three. That could be a 4-point swing.
Fancy talk.
It's really the only hope, though. I mean, and that defeats my whole... That's over. Holtzman fouls again. Into Lowell with 11 seconds left. Oh, the deep one. Well, gotta send it here from time to time. gets the layup to go, but that's the end of the game. Riverdale will celebrate, but OES should too. Finished second in league and are going to state. That's a great game, Sophie.
A little bit of a melancholy evening for OES, but they have bigger things to look forward to.
That's right. Just a minor setback for a major comeback.
Thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast. Let us know how it was.
And we're out.
Thank you.
Bye.
OES Stories.